welcome to the Angels and Awakening podcast. I'm your angel medium, Julie Jancis, and today we're sharing your angel stories. Why do our angels and loved ones above show us signs? Yes, they want us to know they're okay and at peace, but deeper than that, they want us to connect with them so that they can help us more from the other side. Friends, it all begins with your intuition, vibration, and experiencing oneness. Your intuition is your soul's voice. It's also how your loved ones talk to you from heaven. In this podcast, we teach you how to turn up the volume on your intuition so that you can hear their loving messages more clearly. We also teach you how to raise your vibration and feel your oneness with all that is. Friends, you are here to love, give love, receive love, be love, radiate love. And because your soul is love, all you really ever have to do is just be. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Angels and Awakening podcast. I'm your host, Julie Jancis, and today we're here with Jennifer. Jennifer's got some amazing angel stories, one of which came the day of our session, you said. Jennifer, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. The first story actually happened. We had a session at in the afternoon. It was in the middle of the night. So we had our session in the very end of February. And in our session, you told me that Gabriel and Haniel are two archangels who work with me a lot, and that they help me and that I should consciously work with them more. So you mentioned that Michael and Raphael too. And while they're with me sometimes, it's really Gabriel and Haniel who are with me the most. And this really fascinated me because I don't know a lot about the angels. I'm really still learning kind of what their specialties are, I guess you would say. So I was really excited to research them and work with them more. So after our session, it was evening and I was getting dinner ready and dishes and husband and dogs and clothes ready for the next day. And I really kind of got busy and didn't think about it again. But then in the middle of the night, I have a dog who sleeps on our bed with us. So in the middle of the night, the dog woke up about 3 a.m. She had all kinds of big ideas about middle of the night fun. So I was wet with doggy kisses and I just thought, I'm just going to get up. I'm obviously not going back to sleep. I'm just going to get up. So when I got up, I thought, was kind of, reminiscing back to our conversation. Yeah. And I thought, I'm just going to get up and research Gabriel. And don't you know, as soon as I got up and started researching, the dog went back to sleep. But I thought, I'm just going to get out my iPad. I'm going to do a little research. I'm going to write down some things. So I did that. And I was really just kind of fascinated with, I thought, I think he has been working with me. And I think I do feel this energy. And I was just really kind of fascinated. So I got myself kind of back to bed. And as I was falling asleep, I asked Gabriel for some kind of validation that he was really with me. So as I was doing that, I was just about asleep. This is kind of when my state, I was just about asleep. And I heard the name Gabriel will be on your roster. Just the name Gabriel will be on your roster. And then I fell asleep. That was the last part I remember that. So then the next day I get up and I work at a high school. And the next day I was to administer the ACT. So this is a national test given to all 11th graders. It's a big high stakes test. It's very stressful for the kids. It's similar to the SATs. High school is usually offered as a required test for all 11th graders once a year. And this year's a little bit different because of COVID. So we offered it over the course of 2 days so that we could have more social distancing. At my school, some of the kids have chosen to be 100% virtual. Other kids go to school 2 days a week. So maybe Monday and Wednesday or Tuesday and Thursday, and then they're virtual 3 days a week. This allows us to have social distancing basically. So the ACT has to be taken in, it's an online test, but it has to be taken in person. So the kids have to come into school, even if they're virtual, they have to come into school to take the test. I am elected to be one of the test administrators. It's my day to administer the test. This is the day after our reading and then the morning after I've had this kind of strange experience. On the morning of the test, you don't know who you're testing or where you're testing. You just pick up a testing bucket, basically, we call it, with all the testing materials. And that's when they tell you where you're going to go and what you're going to do. That morning, I get to school, I arrive at work, and I'm assigned to room 322. So this number is significant in two parts. 322 is my son's birthday, and repeating twos dominate my life. I see twos everywhere all the time, always repeating every day. Right there, I thought, okay. I get to the testing room, I pull out my testing bucket, and I pull out the roster, and the second name on the list is Gabriel. I was like, oh my, inside my head was like jumping up and down. Oh my gosh, this is the validation that I asked for. This is it. This is it. This is it. But my egoic mind comes right in behind it and is saying,
Uh-huh.
settle down. It's a fluke. Settle down. It's a fluke. So I get the kids, I get the test started. It goes off without a hitch. It's great. And then I sit down at my computer and I pull up our school database basically, and I start doing a little research. And at my school, I only looked at 11th graders because those are the only kids testing. At my school, there of all the 11th graders, there is only one Gabriel, only one. And that Gabriel happened to be testing because remember, we're testing over 2 days. So happens to be testing on the day that I'm giving the test. And in the room that I'm testing in, we were testing in like 10 different rooms. So the only Gabriel in all of our 11th graders is testing on my testing day in my testing room.
Wow.
And by the way, Gabriel didn't actually show up for the test that day. So he was a name on the roster, but Gabriel didn't show up for the test that day.
I love
But
this.
that was pretty, yes, but that was pretty exciting. So there's a little bit more to it. During the administration of the test, we lost internet connectivity for about 18 minutes. And this happened across our county at every school and every government building. Everybody lost internet connectivity for about 18 minutes or so. So this really created a huge mess for test takers because it's a timed test. The ACT is a timed test. And there were concerns that answers would be lost. Like if the internet went down sort of mid answer, they would lose answers. It created a big ordeal. But do you know whose room didn't have internet connectivity disruption? My room. I was the only, this was a countywide issue. Like I said, every school, every government building had this except my room. Wow. So other kids had to retake parts of the test. They had to be offered to be allowed to retake parts of the test. Everyone was kind of baffled. It's a 3.5-hour test. And in the middle of the 3.5-hour test, you get a 15-minute break. The thinking is that the internet went down during their 15-minute break, kind of bookended by me giving some, okay, we're going to have this, like a few instructions kind of bookended between this 15-minute break. But as soon as we sat down to resume the test, I mean, we didn't even know the internet was down. The only reason I knew is that our testing coordinator sent me an email after we had restarted the test saying, how much time was lost? What did your kids report? And my response was, what are you talking about? We didn't lose internet connectivity, but all the other classrooms did.
That's amazing. That's so amazing.
Yes.
I love that.
It's really amazing.
I've got a few announcements. This month's winner of the drawing is Mackenzie Payne, who gets one free session with me. Email me a screenshot of your 5-star positive review on Apple Podcasts, Google Business, or my Facebook page for your chance to win next month. Details are in the show notes. Friends, in the Angel membership in June 2021, Archangel Raphael and I are teaching you Self-Energy Healing 101 and Chakras 101. You'll learn how to give yourself an energy healing session, techniques to keep your energy clear, and how you can heal your own energy field. To join this course live or replay at any time, sign up for the Angel membership program today. Also, a new class of the Angel Reiki School begins on June 1st. Join this separate program to develop your unique spiritual gifts and become an Angel Reiki Master. I'm still offering private readings. To book one, sign up for our weekly Angel email. Once a month, you'll get an email that contains a link to book your session online. One more thing, I am loving spending time with you live and answering your questions over on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Follow me on social and our newly launched YouTube channel for tons of new video content. Thanks for your support and for sharing this podcast with your people. Yes. I love that. Well, and that's how intuition comes up so often, right? Because that's what we're talking about. The voice that comes through from the other side is that piece that's within us. It's just a matter of, it doesn't only come in auditorily. For some people, it comes in through their psychic sight, their third eye. For some people, it comes in through their inner knowing or the feeling in their body or through Yeah, visions. So and it is just that subtle, right? But when I think this is what I've learned over the last year, because people will come back to me and they'll say, okay, well, Julie, I still have challenges, but I don't have as many challenges in my life, but I don't feel my angels as much. No, 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 no. They're still there. What happens is when we learn to really follow what they're saying, because when they said Gabriel is on your roster or he's on your roster,
Yeah.
you hear those things or you see those things or you know those things, you're not going to get the whole Bible laid out in front of you, right? Like they don't come with
Yeah.
everything laid out. But when you follow those little nuggets, it bypasses these hiccups, these speed bumps, these little challenges that we would have been coming into collision course with had we not listened to our inner wisdom, to spirit, to our angel.
Yeah.
And it's not that they're not there after we start listening, it's that they're taking us to the next level and that we have to think bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was really just that was just such a cool experience.
I love that.
I, yeah, yeah.
Woohoo!
Okay. So this is a little bit strange. So then the very next night, it was an active week, I'll tell you that. So then the very next night after that, as I was falling asleep, I was talking to Gabriel and Haniel, and I was thanking them for working with me for my highest good, and I was asking for kind of guidance and clarity. And I kept hearing an Adriel, and Adriel, and Adriel. And I don't know who Adriel is, but it was sort of disruptive. So I just kind of in my request said an Adriel. And then that was just as I was right drifting off to sleep. So I didn't think of it again until when I woke up in the morning and I grabbed my iPad and I thought I'm going to look up and see who Adriel is. Well, I did, and it said Angel of Death, and I completely freaked out. I thought, what did I just invoke something? Like, why in the world would I need to call on the Angel of Death? And so that really like I was trying to get ready for work too, but at that first glance, I thought, oh, what does this mean? Like, and Adriel, what does this mean? And I really was having I caught my husband up and told him I was really kind of having a panic about it. But then I did think we had a friend who passed the night before. It was an acquaintance, really. And I thought, well, maybe that's what it has to do with. But several hours later, I was at work. I was doing a project, and as part of the project, I had to create a roster of students. And don't you know that the name, I'll change the last name, Adriel Fuller jumps off the page at me. I've never heard this name before. So I thought, okay, now what does this mean? This obviously means that's a validation for something. I'm just unclear about what it means. So when I went home that night, I really I had to dig deep. It's not Adriel gets a bad name
Yeah,
on Google. So I
yeah.
had to really dig deep. But after a lot of research, I found that Adriel can help people in transition, but not just from life to death, just life change, all kinds of areas. And that he's a very powerful angel who can help with self confidence and accepting changes around you and helping you to be honest with yourself. And so these things did resonate with me for sure. I feel like I'm on an awakening, certainly spiritual awakening journey, and those things made sense to me. And so I felt a lot better after finding those things
Yeah.
um, about Adriel. But originally, when I opened it up, I was like, what in the world? The angel, what can this possibly mean? It has to do with me. But can you shed any light on that? I really had to kind of dig around for Adriel's. I think I literally one of the things I typed in is Angel Adriel is not only Angel of Death to see what else would come up. Um,
Yeah. How do you spell this? Adriel.
I
Adriel.
yeah yeah
Okay. Yeah. It's not an angel that I have really seen come through or heard the name of, but this happens all the time with students who are going through the angel Reiki school and now the angel membership is that they'll email in all the time. Julie, I got this name. Is this the name of an angel? Julie, I got this name. And I work a lot with the seraphim. I work a lot with Seraphina and a different order of angels. And there is no rank, to one is higher than the other. I just believe that every angel that comes through on purpose with different
yeah
meaning that resonates like with you and for you. So it has nothing to do with like passing, right? Because Archangel Jeremiah is one that really helps with the soul transition. I haven't heard of Adriel, but even when I work with Jeremiah, he'll talk about helping the soul. I don't really see him as an angel of death. I see him as helping the soul really like have the smoothest transition to the other side and kind of walking us into our wholeness with our omnipresence, right? So if we're
Mm-hmm.
split from our higher self that's up in heaven, really reconnecting with that is a transition of like, you have to think about it like this. They show me this all the time in my sessions. What is it like the moment that the soul steps out of the physical body? That
Yeah.
is wildly, it doesn't matter if you had time to say goodbye or not. It's a different conscious existence and it takes an adjustment, right? And that's all it is. Like, I don't see Jeremiah. And as I'm talking, he's showing me it's not like he has a schedule and he's like, now I have to take this person at this time. Like,
Right.
like there's not like this angel of death, grim reaper, black hood, and staff that he's
Yeah.
using. It's more of like there is no low vibration, there's no low energy. It's just our time, right?
Right.
And so, yeah, the other thing though that the angels are saying to tell you is that if an angel's working with you and you can't find any information online, everything that I channeled out for this new book that's going to be coming out, that includes all of the information on oneness and angel communication. Man, I haven't seen this information anywhere, right? Like about these angels. And the beauty of this podcast and getting this message out is that it's not just me. Like everybody around the world is awakening in different ways or at different times to this. And if you have angels working with you, we don't want to change it and be like, well, I haven't heard from you or I haven't heard of you, so I don't want to work with you. Please
Yeah.
bring in Archangel Michael or Archangel Gabriel. They have a purpose.
Yes.
So it's just
Yes.
kind of like marinating in their energy, sitting in like meditation with them, being with them, and allowing them to kind of guide your day. One of the things that I've been focusing on in my life is I have felt so bad as we're recording this. It's like April 5th, and I have not gotten to do just nearly as many solo episodes as I did the first year of the podcast because it was COVID all the last year. And I feel like now's the time to shift it because my daughter's going back to school. Now I'm going to have more time. And I was having like some anxiety this morning. Well, can I actually
Hmm.
talk for an hour? And my angels are like, Julie, you talk for an hour every week in the angel membership. You're going to be fine.
Which I just joined. I'm so excited about.
Yay! Yay!
Yeah.
And so sometimes I feel overwhelmed or I feel like, oh my gosh, I've got so much going on. And all day long, they've
Yeah.
just been in my ear and they've been like, just slow down, just slow down, just slow down, just slow down. And like it's finally 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm finally like slowing down. But we all experience anxiety, right? We all
Hmm.
experience lower vibrations at times. We all have an egoic mind that's going to come in at times. And whoever your angel is or angels, even if you haven't heard of their name, as long as you go to God and you're like, God, I only want to connect with you and any beings that walk in your energy,
Which
angels,
I did.
loved ones. Yes, you're good and you can feel protected.
Yeah.
And as you'll see, like in the angel membership, I'm so excited for you. We talk a lot too about how you only have to say it once, right? You only have to say it once and then
Yeah.
you're protected. Yeah. And
Yeah.
you can really feel into like the energy of who's with you, and you can feel the high vibrational oneness that angels hold because they are truly just God's energy.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That's
I did that the attunement session that
Oh yeah, for the
for the
intuition course.
yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely felt that when I did it. Yeah,
Mm,
the oneness. Yeah,
good. Oh,
and I
that's
haven't done the oneness session yet, or class yet, because I just joined in April, so I just started with intuition.
intuition. Yeah. And you know
Yeah,
what? The interesting thing is I've been like going along with the class and it has been so, so much fun. Is that some people are coming in and they're like, just found your podcast yesterday, never went to church, never studied any spiritual, but I'm loving this. And then I have
yeah,
other people who come in who are like, went to church my whole life every Sunday, am very spiritual. I've read all the books, I've taken all the classes. So, what's been really fascinating is working the content with the angels and asking the angels to provide it in a way where, like, anybody can come in from any starting point and kind of work through the material. So, we did have a couple
yeah,
people who started with intuition who said that they needed to go back, right? And do oneness because it does all build on each other.
sure.
So, oneness, then angel communication, then intuition. But for anybody who's coming in who's like, I know how to hold oneness, I know how to hold that vibration, they're having a great time just jumping in. How did you like the workshop? Did you attend the workshop?
I didn't get to do the workshop because I joined on April 1st and I already had a previous commitment for the 3rd, for Saturday
Oh,
when you
yeah.
had that. So I couldn't do it. But I know that but it said that it would be taped and it would be,
Yep.
is it up yet? Okay, good.
100%. Yep. Yep. We put it
Okay,
up like a
perfect.
couple hours after. Yay.
Yeah, I can't wait. I looked yesterday to see if it was up, but that had only been 24 hours. So good. I'm so excited. I
Yay.
can't
Oh,
wait.
that's awesome.
Yeah. I have one more. Can I ask you about one more?
Totally.
One more angel story? Okay. So as you, this is sort of a reoccurring thing. As I was when I fall asleep at night, not every night, but very often, as I'm just as I'm kind of just drifting off, just before that jump off point, I hear like chatter. So it's a low, quiet, inaudible, really kind of group chatter, and I can't really make out anything anyone's saying, and I'm really too relaxed of a state to kind of strain to hear what they're saying. It sounds like a conversation that's like 4 rooms down the hall kind of thing. And it's been happening for as long as I can remember. And it's really kind of soothing white noise to me. It's, I'm just sort of used to it. But several months ago, I was falling asleep and talking to my angels and loved ones on the other side. And I was thanking them for signs and kind of acknowledging synchronicities and some things like that. I was telling them they could meet me in my dreams if they wanted to. And in this very this crystal clear, kind of regular volume male voice that had a very distinct, this is the part that cracks me up. It was a very distinct, like, I don't know if it was Irish or English. It happened so fast that I don't know what the accent was, but in this very clear voice, I heard this man say, we're always with you, dear. But it was in this, I don't know if it was Irish or English accent. And I mean, my eyes like shot awake. I sat up and was like, whoa, did I just hear that? I did just hear that. And I don't, it always gives me the giggles. I often think, well, who was that? I don't know. I mean, I suppose I have distant relatives on the other side who spoke in an English or Irish accent, but I don't know anyone in this lifetime that had an accent. So I always wondered about that. Angels have accents? Do people on the other side when they talk to you, like your loved ones that have passed, they still have their same accent, I guess?
Yes. Yeah. And people who come through from different countries will talk, like sometimes I'll be able to pick up on that. The only time that I've had that encounter with like the Holy Spirit and angels and like hearing someone speak in tongue, I remember the sequence of events, like hearing them speak in tongue. And my second thought was that's not from earth, like that language not from earth.
Yeah,
And that when I tune in and really spend time with the angels, that's what they say. Like their language isn't from here, right? And their names really aren't from here either. They don't have really the same English language. So they give us names that we can resonate and
sure.
then they use those names. But I wouldn't say that like an angel is going to come in like with a Irish accent. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
But I see that all the time with loved ones. And can your
Yes.
ancestors come through?
That's who I assumed it would be. Yeah.
110%.
So it could just be someone who I haven't ever met.
Yeah, but you got to think
I mean, a relative, distant relative.
Yeah, I think that we get caught up with how we think about things as humans so much over here. Like when they show me they go home to their parties on the other side after a person passes, there's thousands upon thousands of people in your soul family. It's just like Spirit will always say, if you've had 100 or more kids in past lives, are you able to bring all of them through in this lifetime? No.
Yeah.
Um, same with your soul family. So, are there people that we know from our lineage? Absolutely. My great grandma, great great grandma. So, my grandma's grandma is somebody that they would tell stories about because she was downright hysterical and got into so much trouble and was just, well, from these stories that they tell, it's just hysterical. And I loved her. I never really
Yeah.
felt any resonance with my great grandma, but my great great grandma so much. And I feel like she's with me all the time. And I felt that way since I was a
I
little.
love that.
hmm
Yeah.
Even though, you could never have met that person, that's too
Right.
far down the road. But there's an energy of home and familiarity with her that I don't have like when other people tell stories about other relatives.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that too.
Very nice. Well, I always love that, and I thought back on that several times. It always gives me the giggles. It always makes me feel good, but it just gives me the giggles. Like, who was that?
Who was that? I love that. I love that. So the other thing that you'll learn, I would go through when you do the angel communication course, because there's a whole chapter that we have on connecting with ancestors, connecting with loved ones on the other side, which we're going to spend a whole month on in December of 2021. And then
Okay.
people will be able to take it anytime if they're listening after that. But I would get to that part in the angel communication too, and go back and spend some time just doing some automatic writing there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very good.
Jennifer, thank you so much for your time and for being on the show.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. I
Oh,
love it. I love the podcast, and I'm excited for the courses, the angel membership
yay.
courses. Yes.
Awesome. Well, Jennifer, all my love.
Oh, my love.
Talk to you soon.
Okay. Sounds good. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Beautiful souls, I'm so excited to announce that my book on angels and how they're working miracles in your life will be available on Amazon fall of 2021. If you're listening on or after fall of 2021, check it out. Friends, if you'd like to work with me each week, my angel membership program is perfect for you. You can join at any time and you get access to past courses. In 2021, I'll be teaching you about a new topic each month. We started the year in February with a course on oneness and raising your vibration. March is angel communication, how to hear your angels. April is trusting your intuition. May is knowing your soul's purpose. June is working with Archangel Raphael to learn self-energy healing techniques and Chakras 101. July is rewriting the stories you've been holding on to. August is all about rewiring your mind to move past blocks. September is energetically working through ancestral trauma. October is working with your inner child and Archangel Michael. November is a guide to being an empath. Then we're rounding out the year with a course in December that helps you connect with your loved ones on the other side to help you deepen your personal connection with them. And in January 2022, we'll be back with a whole new course on manifestation and co-creation. You get all of this live group access to me, 2 new pre-recorded Reiki healings, and advance notice to book a session with me when you're an angel member. Sign up for the angel membership anytime. If you're listening in 2022, please know that we're planning to add new content each month. For details and to sign up, view the show notes below. Friends, the only thing that's not included in the Angel membership right now is the Angel Reiki School, where you learn to develop your unique spiritual gifts. Whereas the Angel membership is about your awakening journey and your personal spiritual growth. The Angel Reiki School, on the other hand, certifies you as an Angel Reiki Master Teacher and teaches you the art of energy healing and bringing through messages for your clients. Friends, if you're feeling called to the Angel Reiki School, it's because the souls you're here to help on Earth, well, their omnipresent piece of them, their higher selves on the other side, that's what's behind you, pushing you, fueling you to become who you're meant to be. Because when you do, they know your work will shift the trajectory of their life here. That's what I mean when I say you have big, big purpose in this lifetime. A new class of the Angel Reiki School starts on the 1st of each month. Speaking of the Angel Reiki School, we're going to need about 800 volunteers this year. We select volunteers from people who've written a 5-star positive review and emailed us a copy. That way, we have a way of contacting you for your free volunteer session. Many of you have asked if I'm still booking sessions, and the answer to that is yes. I love, love, love my sessions with you. We have a new system where we send out an email once a month with a link to my calendar for you to book online. It's really easy. All you have to do is sign up to be on my email list on my website, theangelmedium.com. I've been spending a ton of time going live with you on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and I'm having a blast with it. Join me over on social and our newly launched YouTube channel for tons of new content, teaching videos, and actual video footage of these podcast episodes. Friends, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so, so much for being part of this community and listening to this show. I truly feel that this is your show and the Angels show, and I just feel so blessed to be a part of it. You're the most supportive community a podcaster could have. I pray for you every day. If you have a special prayer request, you can submit it through my website homepage, and I'll be praying for you personally. Now for the Oneness meditation, which is the last 5 minutes of every episode. And as you do this meditation, you'll raise your vibration and the vibration of the planet. Friends, what I want you to do is to just get into a relaxed position. If you are driving, operating machinery, need to concentrate, then this meditation is not for you. But anyone who is able to focus their attention on it, please join me. Friends, I want you to start by taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And I want you to imagine that your socks, your shoes are off, and that your bare feet are able to connect with the soil of the earth. And down through the bottom, the soles of your feet, are these large roots that go down far and wide into the earth. Those roots go down far and wide, anchoring you into the earth as if you were a tree yourself. And up through those roots comes this beautiful, yummy, tingly energy. Begins to tingle at the tip of your toes. I want you to allow this yummy, tingly energy to just dance up over your feet, around your ankles. Feel this yummy, tingly energy as it moves up over your calves, your shins, all the way up to your knees. Feel this energy at your knees and allow it to move up the thighs, the hamstrings, all the way up to the sides of the hips. I want you to allow this energy to move from the hips up to the base of your spine, the base of your stomach. And I want you to feel this energy as it climbs up the spine and the stomach, all the way up until it reaches your heart. As you feel this yummy, tingly, sparkly energy surrounding the outside of your heart, filling the inside of your heart, notice how your entire body comes into a gentle state of ease. Allow this energy to move up into the shoulders, into the neck. Feel it as it fills your entire head, front to back, side to side, top to bottom. And then feel this energy as it moves through the hair follicles on the top of your head, so that you feel this yummy tingliness 2 inches to 10 feet or higher above the top of your head. Friends, you might feel like there's a string above your head lifting you up towards the sky. You might feel an airy floatiness. You might feel an expansive spaciousness. What I want you to do from here is imagine that there is this large opening at the crown of your head. It's the size of a cereal bowl, right? And I want you to imagine that it extends upwards towards heaven, and that God sends this loving, peace-filled oneness energy. It's love, it's joy, it's peace, it's bliss, it's ease, it's grace. And God just sends this energy through the crown of your head. It moves through your head, down through your neck, down through your shoulders, and it starts to pool. This God energy starts to pool around your heart, within your heart. And I just want you to feel that for a moment. And I want you to just tap in and notice. I want you to notice that your heart, your physical heart, is one with your body. And I want you to notice that your heart and your body are one with the air surrounding you. And I want you to notice that your heart, your body, the air surrounding you are one with all life here on earth. All plants, all people, all animals, all life on earth. And now notice how your heart, body, air surrounding you, all life here on earth are connected to everything, everywhere. Friends, did you notice how your body got more expansive, your energy got more expansive, and you could feel out into your auric field, you could feel out into the energy of the world, into the energy of everything, everywhere. Friends, that is oneness, and you can carry oneness with you in your everyday. I don't want you to stop here. I don't want you to open up your eyes. I want you to continue this meditation and to see that surrounding you are angels. You have guardian angels around you. You have cherub angels holding the space open for you to get into oneness at any time. You have archangels working with you in every area of your life. You have loved ones on the other side. See them in detail, friends, because you seeing them in detail is the exact same thing as you going to them on the other side, knocking on their door, asking them to spend time with you. They love you so incredibly much. They want to spend time with you. They want to develop that relationship with you. When they're there, you're here. I know it's different, but you can still have that beautiful, incredible relationship. All of these beings, your angels, your guides, your loved ones on the other side, they form your spirit team who's always working to guide you, direct you, protect you. Friends, what I want you to do is just take some time with them right here, right now. What they want you to know is that they are working with you all the time. What they want you to know is that they are sending you signs and symbols to show you that they're next to you. Friends, they ask you to see that they are bringing in gift after gift after gift through your heart chakra to bless your life with miracles. Friends, it's your job to remain open, to believe, and to trust that they are working miracles in your life. Friends, I love you. They love you so incredibly much. Stay open and know, believe, trust, have faith, know like you know that they are working with you always. See you here next time. Have a blessed day.